What is up everyone, it's Alex here. This is your stimulus check update, your second stimulus check update and your stimulus package update for today. Boy oh boy, do I have good news for you, great news for you. But before we get into the video, I just want to tell you that you are amazing. And if you enjoyed this video in any way, shape or form, please consider giving it a like and sharing it on social media. I keep saying this because if you enjoy it and you give it a like, it tremendously helps with the YouTube algorithm and it tremendously helps this small channel out. President Trump just announced yesterday that he supports a second round of stimulus checks for the American people, a second round of direct payments for the American people, and he continued to say that he supports larger numbers than the Democrats. In the same context, he said that he wants to create a great incentive for people to get back to work as opposed to the previous situation where there was a disincentive for people to go to work. And I think that there he definitely is referring to the $600 per week federal unemployment benefits that people received, or the unemployment people received, on top of the regular state unemployment pay. I will play you the clip to hear the president in just a few seconds, but he definitely is mixing the $600 per week plus up with the stimulus checks and with the other forms of stimulus that was provided for the people. And that's why he's saying that he supports larger numbers, or that he supports additional money for the people, because he bundles everything together. You will hear him out, and I will come back and clarify a few of the things because I listened to that clip for about 20 times to decipher everything in there. So let's play the clip and then let's come back to the video.
Mr. President, thank you for talking to Fox Business. We appreciate it. A lot to get to. Let me start with phase 4 and what might potentially come later this month. Another round of direct payments for individuals. Do you support that at this time?
I do. I support it, but it has to be done properly, and I support actually larger numbers than the Democrats, but it's got to be done properly. We had something where where it gave you a disincentive to work last time, and it was still money going to people and helping people, so I was all for that. But we want to create a very great incentive to work. So we're working on that, and I'm sure we'll all come together.
You want the direct payments larger or the uninsurance benefits larger?
I want the money getting to people to be larger so they can spend it. I want the money to get there quickly and in a non-complicated fashion. And they wanted to make it too complicated. Also, it was an incentive not to go to work. You'd make more money if you don't go to work. That's not what the country's all about. And people didn't want that. They wanted to go to work, but it didn't make sense because they make more money if they didn't. And we had some of that, and so we don't want to have that. We want to have people get out, and we want to create a tremendous incentive for people to want to go back to work.
On that and the uninsurance benefits, Mitch McConnell yesterday signaled his support for an extension, the $600 figure. Do you agree with that number? Do you think it should be less?
We're getting together. We're going to meet tonight, and we're going to make a determination, but it's going to be a good number, a substantial number. People are going to be very happy.
Look, as you can see, he mixed things together. When he was asked about the direct payments, he said that he supports more money for the people, that he definitely supports it, but he wants to see more money going to the people. He bundles everything together because, as you saw, he didn't make a difference between the stimulus checks and the $600 per week FPUC. So in a way, it makes sense because he sees everything as one, as money going for the people, and that's why he probably didn't split them in stimulus checks and unemployment pay, because in the end, it's all money going for the people. But he reiterated to say that he wants to see money going to the people to be larger, so a larger amount of money going to the people, and that includes stimulus checks, some sort of unemployment, because I don't think they're going to cut the unemployment or the FPUC in totality. I see it as a reduction, probably to decrease the disincentive for people to go back to work, but still support those that cannot find a job or cannot find a job to go back to. And there is going to be probably some sort of back to work bonus, and that's included in more money or larger amounts of money going to the people. Maybe there's going to be some sort of minimum wage increase, because you saw that it was a bit touched in that interview, and other sorts of stimulus like the payroll tax cut, because people will be able to keep more of their paychecks. And if you combine everything together, it's definitely going to look like a larger amount of money going for the people. The purpose of getting the money to the people, as you hear the president, is for them to spend it. And he wants to get the money to the people fast and in a non-complicated way. And it makes sense because, well, with the stimulus checks, for example, now that the entire infrastructure is in place, for millions or maybe hundreds of millions of people that received the first stimulus check, the second one can come at the press of a button, because once the accounts from where the stimulus checks were sent are credited with the stimulus money, the IRS can basically press a button and then send the money to the direct deposit accounts, or more specifically to the people that provided their banking information. So the IRS has the direct deposit information and they can basically wire the money like instantly. Related to the disincentive to work, I think he definitely is referring to the $600 per week unemployment benefits, or the $600 per week plus up. But I don't see it going away, but I see it reduced a little bit so that people that do decide to go back to work will have a larger income, a larger amount of money coming in their way because they decided to work and not remain on unemployment to collect the state unemployment and the federal unemployment plus up. Related to the disincentive to work, I definitely think that he's referring to the $600 federal unemployment benefits, because I don't see what else was a disincentive to work besides that. But in my honest opinion, the second stimulus check is, in this case, after this interview, all but almost guaranteed, because there's so much support behind it from all the parts of the government, because I do not see a way for it to not happen. Could the stimulus check be larger than $1,200? Well, in this situation, based on the interview or based on the answer that the president gave, it could very well be, but I'm still not going to go that route of increasing the amount to $2,000 or telling you that you are going to receive $2,000, because it's not sure. Maybe there's going to be a change to the $1,200 in a way that the dependents also receive the $1,000 and $2,000, just like the HEROES Act proposed. In any case, I'm sure that we are going to see tremendous development during this month, and in my opinion, so far this is amazing news related to the next stimulus package, and especially related to the next stimulus checks. What is clear is that the president does not want people who are not working to earn more than those who are working. He does not want people to be unproductive. But in this situation, the permutations are pretty much endless, because you can combine the unemployment with certain boosts and with certain pay increases that it's pretty much very hard to predict in advance how it's going to be structured. But as I said, I don't see the federal unemployment plus up to be eliminated, but I see a reduction, and probably there's going to be coupled with a back to work bonus for those who decide to return back to work, and that way they will earn more than those who decide to not go back to work. And if we also combine it with a payroll tax cut, then those who decide to go back to work will earn even more. So there are certain mechanisms that can be put in place for the government to stimulate people to get back to work. And if you watch closely till the end of the video, he definitely confirms the fact that the federal unemployment benefits are not going to go away. So I think this is another positive sign for you, and if you stuck till this part of the video and you are still here and you're still watching, this is also great information for you. So in the end, as you can see, the president is definitely supporting a second stimulus check. He also supports incentives, great incentives for people to get back to work. He wants to see more money flowing to the people so they can spend it and then boost the economy and get everyone out of the mess created by shall not be named on YouTube. In my opinion, this is incredible news for every one of you, and I'm really happy to be able to make this video to bring you this good news. And you probably saw that I got all excited and like did everything with hands. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video, and if you did so, you'll give it a like and you'll share it on social media. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again for sticking by. If you got to this part of the video, you are the real MVPs, and I personally want to thank you for sticking by and for watching this video. You are amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, everyone, I want to thank you so much again, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a wonderful day.